If you're tired of pasta with red sauce, try my recipe for pasta Norcina. It's a pasta dish that features a cream sauce flavored by Italian sausage and herbs, and it can be made in the time it takes to cook the pasta. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. On this channel, we teach you all about celebrating. We share recipes for food, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails, and we share entertaining tips too. Now we try and keep everything as simple as we can, especially for those of you out there who say that you just can't cook or entertain, because we know that you really can. So if you like this episode, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get a new episode every single week. Today, our celebration is something a little different. We're making a pasta dish called pasta Norcina. What is pasta Norcina? Pasta Norcina is a very simple pasta dish made with a creamy sausage sauce. Not like Alfredo, but it's delicious. So let's get started. Of course, we're starting a pasta dish with pasta. I'm using something called Orecchiette, which means little ear, and it looks like that. Now I have a 1 pound packet or 454 gram packet, and all I've done is I've cooked it following the directions on the packet until it's al dente, and I have it sitting in the back, just ready to go. So whatever shape of pasta you use, just follow the directions until it's al dente. Now, the sausage part. In my pan, I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Just enough. I have 8 ounces or 225 grams of Italian sausage. I'm just going to put this all in the pan as is. We're going to brown this. We're not going to cook it all the way through, but we want to get it browning as that's going to add flavor. So this is going to take a few minutes. Okay, this is nice and browned. Let me get a slotted spoon. We're not cooking this all the way through, so there's still some pink in the center. We're going to put it in a bowl. Get up some of those bits that are stuck in there. Okay. Next is the cream. Now, you're saying you're going to pour cream on hot sausage? Yes, trust me. I have 3/4 cup or 177 mils of heavy cream. Just going to go right in, right over that sausage. We're just going to set this aside for right now. Okay. In our pan here, we're going to keep cooking. I have mushrooms, 8 ounces, 225 grams. These are Cremini mushrooms. You could use plain white mushrooms too. Now all I did was I rinsed them off and I pulsed them in my food processor until they're about this consistency. If you don't have a food processor, well, it's a good time to practice your knife skills. Just chop them up finely. Right in here. A little bit of salt and pepper. And we're just going to let these cook until they're dry. This is going to take 3 or 4 minutes. All right, it's been about 4 minutes. Mushrooms are almost dry. I'm going to add next some garlic. I have 3 cloves that I've just minced up. My favorite. And I have a teaspoon or about a gram of chopped up rosemary. Fresh. Just going to stir that in. Wow, that smells good. We're just going to let this cook for 30 seconds or so, just to get those garlic and rosemary to give off their flavors. All right, now the wine. I have a half a cup or 118 mils of dry white wine. I'm using a Sauvignon Blanc today. You want to make sure you're using a dry white wine, not sweet. Right in. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. This is going to deglaze the pan. If there's anything still stuck on the bottom, this is the time to do it. You just want to scrape it, and that's going to get all those bits up, which is going to flavor the sauce. So again, we're just going to cook this for a few minutes until it's dry. You want the alcohol to cook off. All right, our wine is all cooked off, taking about 3 minutes. Now it's time to add that sausage and cream back. So I have this here. It's just been sitting in this cream, marinating, giving its flavor to the cream. Now this is all going to go in here. And this is our chance to break up the sausage a bit more. Now it's not cooked. So you want to stir this around, get it in there, break it up a bit. You may need to add some more liquid. So I have some of the pasta water that I reserved from cooking the pasta. So if we need to add some more liquid, we'll add this a little bit at a time. And because it was cooked with the pasta, it's going to have that starch. It's going to help thicken it and give it flavor. There's also going to be a little salt in this because it was salted water that the pasta was cooked in. I am going to add just a little bit right now. Just that much, just to help get it going. We get this sausage broken up, and then we will let it simmer until that sausage is cooked. All right, our sausage is done, and we're almost ready. Ooh, look at that. A couple more ingredients. First, we're going to kill the heat. I'm going to add some parsley, a couple of tablespoons. I've got like 3, which is 9 grams or so of fresh parsley. Some lemon juice, just a teaspoon. Now, here's the best part. Grated Pecorino Romano. This is 3/4 cup or 65 grams grated. Right in. And give this a stir. And again, if this gets too thick, you can add a little more of that pasta water. It's nice and hot. But this looks pretty good. I don't want a runny sauce, but I don't want a big gloppy sauce either. All right, now time for the pasta. We're just going to add this right in. I'm going to give this a stir. I'm going to put the lid back on for a few minutes to let it heat through, and then we're going to have the tasting. Okay, here we are. We're ready. This is nice and warm through, just sitting in our pan here. Take off the lid. Now, I already did give this a quick taste. It needs a little more pepper. Not much. It doesn't need salt because the pasta and the pasta water brought that salt to it. Now, our favorite part, a little stir. I'm going to plate some of this up. Look how glorious. Look how wonderful that is. And because I love cheese, I want just a little more pecorino right on top. So here we go. Let's have a little pasta, a little piece of sausage, or maybe a big piece of sausage. That is really, really good. The sausage is just permeated, that flavor all through the sauce. And because the pasta was cooked al dente, which is toothsome, not quite all the way cooked, it soaked up all those flavors too. Need a little bit of dry white wine. The same Sauvignon Blanc in here is in here. Delicious. So as always, we'll have this recipe up in the comment section of YouTube and on our website. And remember, we'll see you all next Tuesday at 7 p.m. because you're all invited to come on over, come on in, and let's celebrate. Cheers!